there's a couple of things I want to talk about. So you kind of got in this whole world of like these rock stars, these like way older rock stars, going on tour with them. And you were more like a guy's girl. You were like one of the guys. Like I wonder sort of how this happened where like I ended up being the person everyone was having sex with and you ended up being like the cool guy's girl. Like
Well, it's funny because I don't know if funny is the right word, but both of those positions, the one you were fulfilling, the one I was fulfilling, comes with probably equally the same amount of shame in a way. Like at least during that time, it's like, okay, you may have been the one sleeping with all of them, and I was the one who was like talking shit about girls like you with all of them.
Yeah.
But it was still kind of this delusional position where you feel like you're in a position of power but aren't, and I think because I was so young, there were things, I was shy, I was awkward in a lot of ways. I was not flirtatious. So I didn't put myself out there.
And you never got into drugs.
No, I've done a lot of drugs. None of them stuck. I tried hard.
It's impressive though. I mean, I guess, yeah, some people just don't.
It just never clicked with me. It's not like I wasn't trying.
It.
I tried, but it just never clicked with me. I just kind of feel the same always. There was no drug that made me feel good enough where it became a vice. I was like, this is okay, but I'm hard to impress.
Yeah, that's true. You're really hard to impress.
But yeah, I think I just fell into, because of just my character at the time, just being kind of an introvert and not very flirtatious, not much of a partier, I was scooped up and kind of given this. I mean, I wasn't part of the boys' club, but I thought I was.
You were like a kid sister or something.
Yeah, I mean, fucked up shit happened. There was fucked up shit happening.
So what are some things that would happen on tour that you would witness? And this isn't about any like person that you toured with in particular, but just tours in general.
Yeah, I mean, I think the shame I mentioned is like, I spent a lot of years in my younger years feeling like I was a feminist, and really feeling like a really powerful, independent woman, or trying to be. And then I would go on the road and see horrible things happen to women and kind of and feel pressure to kind of laugh it off with the dudes.
Right.
Because if I'm going to be welcome in their club, I can't call them out on their shit.
Yeah.
But my personality by nature, like I call people out on their shit, Totally. So I was like priding myself in that way. But then on the other hand, I wasn't speaking up for women at all. I was actually doing the opposite, where I was like not only enabling it, but kind of laughing it off.
Yeah.
And it's a hard position to be in.
But also like at that age, you're so young. I mean, even now today, the industry is so male dominated. Like the only way in and the only way to like succeed is to sort of play
the game.
Their game.
Yeah. It's true.
Whichever path you take, whether you're like the sex object or the one of the guys, you're still having to like cater to all of these men and their egos. We were just talking on the way here about what did we say? Like the most dangerous men are the ones with like deep insecurities and too much power.
Yeah, I think that's the most dangerous combo, is when you have men who are deeply insecure but also hold positions of power, and that's your rock star. That's every rock star. Really, honestly, I know a lot of rock stars, and I would say 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
Of course there are exceptions.
Of course, disclaimer.
There are exceptions. There are some good rock stars out there.
There are. But there's a level of insecurity that comes with, I think, fame too. Like the more famous people I know, like the more insecure they are. But then they're in a position of power, and so it's a very toxic. It's not good. It's not a good combo.
Yeah.
There's very fragile egos, but then they're power tripping all the time. So it's hard because this industry as well as I do. Like you have to play the game to survive in it, and you're trying to get ahead and make things work for yourself. you feel a lot of pressure to stay quiet because you don't want to be the party pooper, or you don't want to burn bridges. And it's hard. It's a very fine balance. And there's been times where I've spoken up and paid a price for it.
Right.
Many times.
Many times.
Continuously still happening to this day, you know?
Yeah.
So you kind of have to choose your battles, and it's hard being a woman in this industry with a conscience, you know, because of that, because you kind of have to put your integrity sometimes in the back seat.
Well, yeah. I mean, you were just recently sued.